In the past, Marjorie Taylor Greene has called for a national divorce, and now she's just going ahead and saying all the quiet parts out loud. She's pushing the throttle all the way down and suggesting that states secede from the Union. Now, I could talk a whole lot about what would happen if that were to happen, and I could talk about how these red states would absolutely sink to the bottom without the blue states that they despise. But I want to give a different angle of thought on this one because I think too many people haven't thought this one through all the way. There's a whole lot of people who supports this kind of rhetoric, and there's a whole lot of people who don't take this type of rhetoric seriously. And that's the ones I want to talk to the most. For those of you that thinks this is a good idea, do you not realize that if you go along with this, that is the end of democracy? Do you not realize that you will never be able to grow as a person? You will never be able to evolve. You will never be able to change your stance on anything. You're going to be permanently locked into a belief system, permanently locked into ideas, and you're never going to be allowed to rock the boat. You talk all day long about how the system is rigged, not realizing that this would absolutely rig the system against you. Yeah, as long as you march in perfect sync with Marjorie Taylor Greene and what she's saying, she'll be for you. But do you think you're going to be allowed to rock that boat? Do you think you're going to be allowed to cast a vote against her? Do you think you're going to be allowed to disagree with her on things? No, you're not. Everything you ever feared that the left was going to do to you, every History Channel documentary you ever watched that got you paranoid and made you think that that could happen here is happening here right in front of your face, and you're supporting it and not even realizing it. This was a country where everyone was supposed to be able to come together and have freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion. We were all supposed to be able to live our lives under one umbrella, despite our color, our sexual orientation, our religious preference. We were all supposed to have a democracy and vote on what we felt like was best for the majority of people. What Marjorie Taylor Greene is suggesting is states secede from the Union and just have their ideology and their belief system and their type of government dictate everyone in that place. And people out there, it goes right over their head. And they're all for it, not realizing that if they got what they wanted, it would actually be their worst nightmare coming true. And to those of you out there who don't take this seriously and says, that could never happen. She's just an idiot. I wouldn't pay no attention to that. No, you need to pay attention to that because there's a growing movement in this country for that to happen. And it's because these people are fed a steady diet of fear and paranoia and conspiracy theories to the point that they believe that this is their best option. They don't realize that at the end of the day, we actually have their best interests at heart. They don't even see it because they're too blinded by their hate and they're too blinded by things that they do not understand. This is not to be taken lightly, and it's not a good idea in no world. I love the fact that I can disagree with my own party. I can disagree with people who may share similar viewpoints as me. I have voted Democrat in every election since I was old enough to vote. But I love knowing that I have the freedom, if I want to, I can go independent on an election. Hell, if I want to one day, I can even go over to the other side and vote for that if I find a reason to do so. I love having that freedom to do that. And what Marjorie Taylor Greene is suggesting is that that all gets stripped away, and now you just listen to her and her kind of politician and what they have to say. And that is every nightmare you ever had coming true right in front of your face. And it's time you open your eyes and realize it.